Today, I'll be trying to buy the most expensive, rare, and nostalgic sets I never got as a kid. Now, I have no reason to do this, however, recently I set up this new shelf on my desk and I need one more set to complete the display. But I want it to be a special one, and I think my best chance at finding that set will be from trying to get the sets I was never able to buy. Marvel is very big for my channel, so this felt like the best set to start with. So this is the first ever Wolverine and Magneto to be released, and I think they're some of the best versions of Wolverine and Magneto we've ever gotten, even though we've gotten many more versions over the past few years. Now, Deadpool is obviously the big draw of the set. I mean, the figure alone is almost half the value of this set. I think the figure is great, and the build, well, if I'm not being biased, honestly isn't that good. LEGO has made way better helicopters, but to be fair, this set is 14 years old. Either way, this set is just insane to finally get. Another awesome Marvel set is this Avenjet. It has a cool comic book Captain America and this space Iron Man. I forget who this guy is, and the set also has the first ever LEGO Captain Marvel and Thanos figures. Thanos comes with these boots so he can fly, and the actual ship is really cool. You can fit 2 figures in the ship, and this top part can detach and fly around on its own, kind of like an escape pod. The set overall is just a really cool comic book set, and I wish that they would make more sets like this. I almost want to put this on the shelf, but I think I can find something better. Now, LEGO DC hasn't been doing so well the past few years, but about a decade ago, they were in their prime and were actually rivaling with Marvel. They were releasing amazing sets back to back, and a set I always looked at on the shelf and wanted was this Two-Face set. I mean, the Two-Face minifigure just looks great, and I love the henchman. I don't know why they quit including henchmen in these sets, but the Batman is the same mold and the cop is nice. Now, the bank is the worst of the 3 builds, but I mean, it looks fine. The window can be broken open and the big green safe can be stolen by Two-Face's car. It has this big crane on the back to carry the safe and this turn on the side of the car. I actually love this car and how it splits in half by 2 different colors to match Two-Face. I just think it's really cool. Now, the last vehicle is the Batmobile, which I think is one of the best ones ever released. Compared to some of the other ones I grew up with, this one is one of my favorites and really just completes this set into what I think is one of the best sets from Prime LEGO DC. If you've ever seen this LEGO Batman TV special, you'd probably remember this Joker vehicle, which for some reason was always really cool to me. Now, I didn't find out until I was older that this was actually a LEGO set. And to start off, I love the Joker and the fact that he has a henchman. Again, I don't know why they quit including these. The Batman figure is the same mold, and the Robin and the Batgirl are very nice inclusions. Now, for the Joker's steamroller, I mean, it's literally pulled straight from the TV special, and it's so cool to finally have this in person, but the Batman vehicle is honestly just really weird. It's this weird long vehicle that can fly, but also split in the middle into this thing. I don't really know if it's based on anything, but it's just a weird looking vehicle to me. What I really like though about these last 2 sets is that both villains get vehicles, which for some reason just isn't a thing anymore. And that's part of the reason why I think older Joker versus Batman sets were way better. Even if the builds were worse, both characters had something to fight back with. Now they just give Batman a Batmobile and give Joker nothing, not even a gun. Another amazing DC set that I don't think is talked about enough is this Superman vs. Lex Luthor set. I mean, first off, the Superman is literally a perfect figure. It's so good that they never really changed it. And so we got this figure a dozen other times, but this was the first time we ever got him. And it really is a great simple figure. The Wonder Woman is also great. I mean, again, it's just another figure that is ripped straight out of the comics. The Lex Luthor for me is a really cool figure to get because Lex Luthor is one of my favorite villains from DC, but it is really just a guy in a suit. Now for the mech, I mean, I like it mainly because it's stripped almost entirely from the LEGO Batman 2 game. But to be honest, the build looks like it's from 2012. Again, I like it, but I think if it was sold today, the mech would be heavily criticized. I mean, they've definitely gotten better at making mechs, but they only release Batman sets now, and we had a really good chance to get a new Lex Luthor mech, but for some reason, they decided to give Superman a mech because that makes sense. I mean, out of any of the superheroes literally ever, they give it to one of the only indestructible ones, but I digress. The final DC set is something I used to see all the time in stores, and I wanted it so bad. So much so that I paid double the price for it 10 years later. The Superman is the same as always, and the Cyborg I already had from LEGO Dimensions. But the Green Arrow was a great character to get, and so was the Hawkman. However, the coolest character from the set has to be the Darkseid figure. And he comes with, if I'm being honest, a stupid side build. I'm happy they gave him something, I guess, but what is this? Now, the ship I think looks awesome. I like how it comes to a point in the front, and it's just a really sleek design. It has this bomb dropping feature on the bottom. And then there are these, I guess you can call them wings on the sides, and they can move depending on whether the ship is flying or landed. And I would love to put this set on my shelf, but it's definitely too big. And while some of the other sets fit, they just aren't the ones. They're cool, but I definitely need to keep on looking, and there's nowhere better to look than Star Wars is something I didn't watch for the first time until my freshman year of high school, and I definitely regret waiting so long because I missed out on a lot of great sets from when I was a kid. But a ship that I just had to get was the Millennium Falcon. Now sadly this amazing playscaled Falcon is based on the worst movie. I think these figures are boring and honestly don't interest me that much. I like the Lando and the C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca are my first ones ever, and I love these minifigures. As for the actual ship, I love this playscaled version. I actually think that this is the best playscaled Millennium Falcon ever, and it has a nice interior but it's pretty similar to the other playscaled ones. This is just an iconic ship from Star Wars and it's truly an amazing set to get. The Mandalorian I think is a really good show, specifically seasons 1 and 2, and after I watched that, this playscaled Razor Crest was a great set to get. These three figures are nice, but the real highlights are the Grogu and the season 1 version of Mandalorian with no armor. While the armored version looks great, I think this is a really cool version to get as well. Now for the Razor Crest, this is one of my favorite ships from Star Wars, and the cockpit can be opened by just pulling this window piece off, and it has a pretty sizable interior, and each side on the front can be opened. One side has Mando's bed and the other side can hold the extra bullets from the set. I think the big engines also look super cool, and it has this really cool escape pod on the top of the set. The back along with the sides can open up to honestly a pretty lame interior. There are these two people frozen in carbonite, but aside from that, it's just completely empty. And while these two sets look cool, they are again too big to put on the shelf, but I think this next one can maybe be the one. For this one, I'm going to be doing two sets, which are the most recent playscaled X-Wing and TIE Fighter. These are both very iconic ships from Star Wars and are both amazing sets. Now all the figures are great and they're all just really neat characters to get, and I think that the TIE Fighter looks great at this scale. I know a lot of people want UCS level things, and while yes, UCS sets look great, I also love just simple playscaled sets. Now that doesn't mean I like that they're always downscaling stuff, especially that new X-Wing. I mean, $100 for that is insane, and that smart brick is so dumb. I think that idea is definitely gonna flop, but this old X-Wing is great. I love the feature where you can push down this piece in the middle and the wings can open up into this X shape. I just think it's a really neat set. Now I feel like the TIE Fighter might be a good option for the shelf, but I think I can find something better. However, for now there is still one more Star Wars set I need to get, and this one is personally my favorite ship from Star Wars. In the first shot of A New Hope, you see the Tantive 4 fly by, and then this massive Star Destroyer comes into frame. I mean, it's literally the second ship you ever see in Star Wars. Now this set was an anniversary set and included a really cool Cal Kestis to add to the anniversary figures, and the Darth Vader is great as always, and the rest are just crew members and a stormtrooper. Now I know that this is one of the smallest Star Destroyers made by LEGO, which is crazy because I think this set is still huge. It looks great from the outside, and on this middle piece you can move this bar in the back and make all the turrets move in sync. You can also shoot some spring-loaded shooters out of this middle piece, and the coolest part is you can open this small part in the middle and pull this handle out to carry the set, and I love that they started adding this to all the big ships in Star Wars. Now this huge middle piece can also be removed, as well as you can open the sides to reveal the interior, and truthfully this interior is okay. I mean, there isn't a lot in here, it's pretty open and it's just kind of empty. Overall for me, this set is probably one of my favorite Star Wars sets that I own. Now personally, I love Pixar, particularly Toy Story. I grew up loving that trilogy, but there's also a movie made by Pixar that has no sequels. I mean, nothing else but just one amazing movie, and that movie is Up. Now I don't generally buy Disney sets, and sure, this set isn't a huge house, but for what it's based on, I had to get this. It has an amazing Carl figure, and I love the Russell, but the best one is for sure the completely unique piece for Doug. And the house, while yes is small, is full of references from the movie. I mean, you can just tell that there was so much love put in this set when it was made because of the amount of stickers and details from the movie. And even though I got some extremely nostalgic and amazing sets in this video, I think I finally found the perfect set to put on my shelf. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and let me know what are some of your most wanted sets, no matter how old they are. And if you enjoyed this video, consider watching another video on the end screen now.